like. Don't give me this. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. Like, you know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. Like, you know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed like the best to see these lovely ladies with us today.
It's not
of course,
freezing today, so that's great.
ma'am. First of all, I was so scared of that rain. Like you thought I never saw it in my life. I'm still in my summer clothes moment. Okay, I came out white shirt, short skirt. What's that? Flip flops. I was done.
Right. Listen, it's been cold and rainy since the month.
Right.
Man. It was sad
I
because we
love
weren't
the intro though. That intro was cute.
Thank you. I do all the intros. If you guys want any, just let me know and I got y'all. Just hit me in my DMs. Anyway, as you guys can see, of course, you have the lovely Mz Dee, the lovely Miss Shay, but we do have a special guest today, Miss Ren of the Red Room. Please introduce yourself and let us know where we can find you.
Hey, I'm Ren. You can follow me on Instagram, /Weaver. I also have another YouTube channel with Webster Styles. And all that information is on my Instagram as well. So look me up, guys.
Yeah. There you go. And of course, Miss Dee.
Love that. Yes. Find me, all social medias. It is Mz Dee. That is MZEEX. Miss Dee.
I always want to do that part.
I know. On Instagram, on on TikTok, on Facebook, all the things. Anything except for X. We don't mess with those.
Yeah, we're traveling everything to blue sky. Okay, just give me a moment. Jazzy is always busy with something. Okay,
we are hopping over the blue sky.
Migration is real, and we doing that, John. So, with that in mind, of course, everybody, you know me, your fancy fetish lady right here. We have Obey Miss Shay on everything for anything kinky on all social medias. Of course, you can find me. Just be respectful. I'm always down to have a conversation. Especially if it involves you paying me money. I love that. Thank you. There has been a few, and I'm so proud of you guys. The money. What do you say? Give me the money. We love that. So, of course, what are we talking about today, ladies?
We are talking about polyamorous lifestyle. Okay, something we are all familiar with here, and I love that for us. That across the board, we are living our best poly dreams.
Yeah, I love it.
We have the good stories and the bad stories and experiences with it. So.
Listen, because it is a journey. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
It is a journey. I find that it is like learning how to date all over again. It's like almost, I feel like I've never dated as this honest, like this vulnerable, this open, like ever. Because you really just have to do that to live this.
It's definitely an experience because, the wide range don't even understand what poly is because it's not glorified. It's something sometimes people just fall into. People used to the regular monogamy relationships, and I'm sure we both have been monogamous before, just one partner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
you definitely transition. I like to tell a story. I feel like I'm not alone. I'm a Black girl that grew up in a very traditional family, raised in church. And I remember to this day, like being in Sunday school was like, but why can't I have two husbands?
Right, but he can have two wives.
I just don't understand. And then like a few years after that, and I was very young when I asked that, I was like, you know what? I think I need a husband and a wife.
Look,
Okay.
I remember
I
doing
think
that,
I
John.
just might. Beautiful's back. Give me face.
No, I didn't hear the whole story, but I'm pretty sure I have the same thing with growing up in a Catholic household and be like, I literally had this conversation again. It was like, well, the Bible says a man can have multiple wives. Why can't I have multiple
Why
husbands and wives?
can't I?
Why can't I have that? And they're just like, that's something only men can do. And I was like, that sounds stupid. I was like, that sounds stupid. I was like, I do what I want.
Right.
And that's
We
about it.
adults, we grown. Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
Have the
just to
same.
give some context to all the people listening, we are talking about polyamory,
Mhm.
and that is to be in love and be open to loving
Mhm.
multiple people, multiple partners. Sometimes I think people only look at polyamory, and this is gonna sound real wild because Ms. Dee a little out there.
Mhm.
In this mindset of like romantically, but I also extend my polyamorous lifestyle
Mhm.
into my friendship. And I feel like
Mhm.
those friendships that I kind of put under those umbrella kind of just blossom more too when I put that
Mhm.
same like effort that I do in my poly dating life into my friendships
Mhm.
too, if that makes sense.
I think for me, because I can definitely relate to that as far as like I'm very into the people I pick to be in around me.
Hmm.
So be it friendship, relationship, everything's a relationship, first of all. Like you said, even with your friendships, I'm gonna love you guys like I would love my husband or wife, right? And maybe
Right.
not sexually, but not everything sexually, right? I'm gonna protect you like I would them. I want to go to bat. You need something, I got you. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the misconceptions and stuff about it, I think even myself, like I said, I remember like growing up and thinking I just wanted to be in an open relationship and be okay with like my man sleeping with other women. And that's the only way it could have been, right? Because
Mm,
the Bible, they can have
right.
multiple, right? But then realizing that I could do what I want, I could have that voice for myself, but also like take care of my loved ones with me. Like I said, I take friendship very seriously. I take my loved ones very seriously, my partners very, very seriously. Communication goes for all things of life.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those situations where I feel like a lot of people just think it's just smash and pass, smashing and passing
Right.
to the next. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
no, because not
because
everything I do is about
because
fucking.
again, it's glorified that way. I
Yeah.
mean, when I first heard about poly, it's about a man with multiple women
Yep.
Mhm.
having.
Same.
Same.
So it's like, well, why would I want to be in that? I want more than just the sex. I want an actual
Mhm.
relationship. So if that's
Yep.
what's all it is and what it's all about, then I don't want to be a part of it. And
Mhm.
then
Right.
when I started doing my own research on it, I realized like, oh, it's just you in multiple relationships with people.
Mhm.
And let me be clear, it's relationship. The
Mhm.
definition of a
Mhm.
relationship is a connection with another person. It don't
Yes.
have to be all sexual. It can just be
Mhm.
mental as well.
And
Mhm.
So
exactly, because a
Yeah.
lot of people mix up swinging with polyamorous, and they are not
Yeah.
the same
mm,
thing.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the thing. People need to educate on the terms
Mhm.
and the definition of these things to get a better understanding of things. Always research something. If you don't know
Yeah.
something, ask questions
Yeah.
because every person's poly relationship is different. Because
Mhm.
it's glorified as to be like more of a, like you said, a swinger situation or a sex situation, people think that's just all it is. So when somebody comes up to me, oh,
Mhm.
you poly? Oh, y'all must be fucking every night and doing this and that. No, one
No.
one of my partners I don't even have sex with like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's like it's not about physical, it's about mental as well. I need the
Yeah.
both to balance for it to work for me. If it's
Yeah.
Mhm.
just then what the fuck is that? You can get that
Mhm.
anywhere.
Right.
So here's a question for that then, ladies. So do you feel like the way I describe poly to people and when they try to question me about like, well, why do you have multiple partners or why do you feel like that's okay? I tell them that I believe jazz is a big puzzle piece.
Hmm.
And I can never expect other people to fill all the pieces. Not everybody has those things. So I look for that in other people and we communicate or, like we fit each other's puzzles in a different way. Um,
Absolutely.
So you guys would agree with that, or do you feel like there's another analogy that you guys possibly use to kind of like educate people? Which honestly, to be fair, I also hate educating people because I'm like, Google is free.
Right.
Figure it out. Talk to other people without being like, oh, I hate the whole thing. Like you said, Rin,
Yeah.
like, oh, so y'all be fucking. Like, no, that's shut up. Like, that's just not what it is. It's
Right.
more than that. It's intimacy in multiple levels.
Mhm.
It's not just a sexual intimacy. And I think,
I have used that term though with describing it to people that
Mhm.
are monogamous, obviously. I've definitely used that analogy. And I just describe it honestly for me. I say I have the capacity to love multiple people and like wholeheartedly, like not like, oh, I love this one a little bit more or this one a little bit, you know, obviously we are connecting for all different reasons, you know, but my feelings and my love is not, I don't know, I don't like doing a hierarchy relationship, and we'll get into all of that later. But yeah, I love using that analogy and describing it to people. So I definitely understand.
My analogy of it is, I say this. When people say, how can you love multiple people? That's impossible. I'm like, well, when you first had your first boyfriend or girlfriend experience and y'all broke up, you say you never fell in love again?
Right.
So you loved somebody else, right? So love is infinite. You have ties with people that you never knew until you experience them, and then you realize we have a genuine connection and chemistry, and I want to keep that with you. With my experience, it's more like one person fills this cup up and the other person fills that cup up. That's my experience with it. And I don't like to use the hierarchy one because I care about both of them in the same level. So that's my analogy of it. You loved someone before multiple times.
Can I ask you ladies this question? When it comes to hierarchy, sometimes people feel like, okay, I have been with this person longer. So of course, like our relationship is more solid. So it does play, like, I feel like in a hierarchy, like if you've been with a partner for like 5 years and now you have a new partner you're dating, it's only been a year or less, you know, the level of the relationship is not the same. So in that way, is it a little bit of hierarchy?
I mean, in my way, I know I have one partner that I've known since high school. So who can really compete with that now? Like whoever I
know you.
Whoever I get involved with now, I don't want them to feel compared. Like, oh, you know him longer, so I'm just here as like a pass through. No, that's not the case. I care about y'all both, and I get some people use these terms, but to me, that's belittling because I would not want my partner to say you my secondary and not my primary. I'm like, so I'm second fiddle to your other girl. That's not.
I'm a little not opposed. I'm opposite of y'all.
Okay.
Are you surprised, Mz Dee? Are you surprised?
I know, right? We're always on opposite sides. That's why it works, girl. That's how it works.
Well, for me, like I said, I'm all about, so like recently before I had my primary partner and we solidified that, they were just on what I call my list. It's not like anything, that's just something to describe it. I have multiple people that are in my roster, or like they are trying to be my partner, but for some reason they can't fully commit or whatever the case. So we just do what we do. So even though like I have one person I know since high school, right? He's actually at the bottom of the list because he has so much shit he has to take care of that we can only fill in our pieces or sip from our cup.
Well, that makes okay. Yeah, I understand.
So, but again, let's say if he calls me and then my new partner, my primary partner now calls, you know, I have to let them know, like, unless you solidified something with me already, I have to take priority with them, with the primary, because at the end of the day, they already did everything they had to secure me, to make sure that we're taken care of. We're on the same level. You know what I mean? Like that. So I have to.
I think I know what you're saying. What you're saying is the people that you're dating are not going to not surpass, but you're going to put priority in your partner, which makes sense.
No,
Like if it's
exactly.
someone new and you're just dating, y'all are trying to figure out the motions and, you know, boundaries and all that, and you haven't had that level of commitment, I too would put my partner a little bit first. I understand that. I do understand that part.
So
I get that, but the reason why I don't use those type of the language in the titles, because both of my men feel territorial, and men are very territorial.
Very.
So
fight to the death. What are you talking about? No, I'm joking. This is me being crazy. Don't lie to me. I say all the time, fight to the death.
No, I get it, but I'm with manly men, so they territorial. One of my partners, like, I don't even want to know what's going on with the other guy. I know you mess with somebody else. I know you with somebody else, and I don't want no information. When you with me, it's us, and that's it. You know. So he's like, you belong to me when you with me. Now, not with me, I can't control what you do. So. That's just how it is. But I would not come to them like you my secondary, or you're not my or you just my plaything or something like that, because it's so many titles. But I get how some people use the titles that describe the relationship.
I could also like argue, like, for me, like, even though I stated what I just said, like, I also don't, besides the word primary, I don't really use titles or anything, because again, we all have our functions. We are a well-oiled machine. We're going to do our thing. We're going to figure out the function. We're going to figure out where to go to do things, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like a communication is always in key, because again, we're going to talk about this soon, but like jealousy aspects, stuff like that, rampant, especially manly men or just people. Jealousy is normal. Jealousy is normal and should be confronted with compassion and understanding, right? Unless they're getting crazy, like, I don't like that, you know, you were wearing booty shorts around them. I'm like, I wear booty shorts around you. I wear booty shorts around them. Calm down. Like, you're not going to come at me like that. You know, because when it comes to anger, I don't deal with it. Anything negative, if you can't use your big boy words or big girl words to communicate with me, you can go. I don't care how happy we were. I'm not dealing with it. Because I have a zero bullshit policy. If I'm not bringing drama and pain to you, you're not going to do that to me. And you're not going to bring that to my other partners either. That's it.
Yeah. So, and with all of that said, it just goes to show that how all of us are operating in different aspects in the poly world, and that is all okay. Like, everybody needs to do exactly what is best for them, what relationship works best for them, for sure. And communication. Because that is always going to be the biggest foundation in a open relationship, poly relationship. You cannot do that in any way. To me personally, and I'm sure these ladies would agree, without good, solid communication.
Exactly.
What is a way you found, Ren, communicating with two men? Like, a lot of people, that is not strange to me and Ms. J, but for a lot of people, most people only see women involved and their men have multiple women. So what is it like communicating with both of your partners being men and they don't communicate with each other? How do you keep that ball rolling?
It was a challenge, because like I said before, men are men. They like how online they say men expressing their feelings mean they sensitive, that they supposed to bottle up their emotions, and they supposed to keep quiet. And so it took a lot for me to open one of my partners, or my first partner, if we're going to do it like this, the guy I know since high school. He been poly. I know him since high school. Like, I already knew what it was since high school. He's been the flirt. He's been the ladies' man. He's been doing this. He the one that told me we should be poly. So I said, okay. And he was part of the lifestyle real thoroughly. We just recently got back together because he had to grow up and mature, because some people do poly the wrong way and some do it the right way. He was doing the wrong way. Now he's doing it the right way. So he already had the communication part down. He already had the honesty down. He let me know what was going on, who the girls were. and everything in between. So he was really good at the communication part, which made me more comfortable because it's like, okay, you're not keeping a secret. You know, it's like, I know, I see it, I know it, I understand it. You being very transparent with me. And that's what I loved about it.
Yeah,
My
I feel
other
like it makes you feel secure, like, because you're being so honest.
right. My other partner, he's not with the poly thing. He never done it before. So he's
Okay.
new to it. So he was more quiet about it, or thought it was cheating or something. And I had to explain to him, I care about y'all both. It's not like he's above you in any way. Just when I'm with you, I'm with you. When I'm with him, I'm with him. And y'all two separate people in two separate different ways. Recently now he's more opening up to the communication part. But before, he just kept silent, kept quiet. So I didn't know where his mind might be, where his head might be at, which made it difficult. But he got better, and it's a more better transitioning now.
I think I've experienced that in my relationship too, with somebody that's new, not wanting to know. I've dealt with that twice before, both with men. Yeah, like, oh, you know, I know this is you, and I respect it. I love you. You can do your thing, but I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know. And that's not me. I am an oversharer. Of course, I'm going to respect my partner or the person I'm dating boundary and not, you know, share too much if they don't want me to. But that's not my ideal situation. And I try to let them know that, like, eventually, you know, I want to be able to talk to you about my other partners, like, in a positive way, you know, and tell you, like, I had a great date, and share all the things that are like, oh, I'm going out with, you know, such and such, and you're familiar. Yeah, and share. Like, I really like that. I'm not saying like my partners need to be besties. I mean, I would not be mad at that. But I'm not saying they need to be that. But I do like when my partners not only know each other, like, they're comfortable hearing about each other and maybe even being in the same space.
Yeah, I would love that too, because it's like, that's what I'm hoping to get out of my poly experience, because I would like more of a we don't gotta be best friends, we don't even gotta be friends, but let's at least be cordial with each other, because we're going to probably pass through eventually, again, like, dealing with this situation. So it's better just to be cordial about it, mature about it, understanding about it, type of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
want to be more important. I want to tell you about it.
I definitely want to be very open with my partners. All of them, they know about each other. I don't mind taking a call. Like, if my girlfriend called, I'm like, hey, babe, just want to check on you. I haven't talked to you in a while, but I'm with my another partner. You know, I let them know, because we're a unit, right? We're a unit. We're all connected. Even if they're not all super friend, I invite everybody to be a part of my family. That's what it is.
Right.
Like, we're taking care of each other. So it's one of those situations, just like Ms. D said, you know, I don't, you want them all to be good with each other. I want to be able to, like, hey, I'm going to dinner, a family dinner or a friend dinner, and invite them all. Like, you're all going to be good. You're all going to be good. I think I was just joking with one of my partners today about it, or the other day, about Thanksgiving. I'm Puerto Rican, so it's like we have to serve plates. So do I have to serve plates 4 times? Or do I have to serve plates just once? And I was like, look, to be fuck about it, y'all gonna serve me plates, and I'm still gonna get yelled at anyway, because I'm bringing 4 people to the joint. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's just like, I like having those conversations where we imagine what our life is gonna be together, even though that might not happen. We're imagining that, like, together.
Yeah. And I try to be very, listen, Mz Dee is a disclaimer dropper. Like, you know how you download a new app on your phone and they got all this disclaimer, you just hit agree. Don't pass by all that. I come with a list of things. Like, I am polyamorous. I'm gonna tell you about my partner. My partner's gonna know about you. This is what I like. Like, I need to run it down, because I don't want you to have this false sense of whatever the world has told you about polyamory. I need to just tell you how I operate, and then you can choose if that's okay for you or not. You know, I did a lot. I like dating, so I need to be able to be very open. I'm being able to be very open and honest with people. And I just find I've been dating polyamorous for a while. And it always just turns out better. Like the more transparent I am, and those conversations are uncomfortable, it just seems like to be such an ease on my partners. Like at first, maybe it might be like a little difficult. Of course, what's not, but over time, like I'm telling you, I find it to be so much easier. I just am 100% transparent with everything.
Yeah, I love transparency. I love honesty. I just can't. I'm giving you the best of both worlds type of situation. You can. This is how I see it. This is my way of thinking about it. Like I can't make nobody do nothing, right?
Right.
You have to choose to do these things, and whatever you choose to do is your choice. So I don't love you. If I love you, I'm gonna work with you, and I still know that my love is not gonna go nowhere from you.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, I trust that you're going to respect me out of it because I know you love me too. So that's my way about it. That's why I'm so secure with it because it's like at the end of the day, I'm not going nowhere. So it's like I love you, and this is just how it is. You trust me, I trust you, and that's just our thing.
Yeah. No, like I said, I think when it comes to me and how I handle my relationship, again, I feel like this is the opposite. I'm probably not like the keynote of everything, but pretty much of like transparency is key. From the gate, first date, we're eating chili cheese fries. What the hell we doing? I'm telling you, like, this is what I like. This is what I want. You got 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months to show me we're on the same page. If 6 months is not getting improved, we're going to have a conversation and then we're going to see if we're going on further. Because I don't like wasting my time. My investment in energy and time and emotions with you, I want to make sure that I'm not wasting your time and I'm not wasting mine. Because some people also just like the idea and the fantasy of being in poly. Some people just like to be like, oh yeah, I have a girl that's dating women and men and, you know, or just girls and blah, 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 blah. And they think they're going to jump on that bandwagon. Or what was the term I just saw recently? It was called like, it was a guy thinking about, hey, I like how your friend looks, like maybe you should invite her over. And she was like, repeat after me. My friends are not your playground.
No.
My people, but that's what I'm saying. Like men, especially like when I'm introducing or dating brand new to someone, they're just like, they have this idea and fantasize and fetishize it that it's just a plaything. And it's just like, no, I'm not wasting my time. I'm scarfing down my food in front of you, ladylike, okay, because I love to eat. I'm a foodie, and like I'm dissecting it. We're having a good time, and I'm like, so how many girlfriends you had? Like rapid fire. I need to know because at the end of this day, I want to know if I'm going to go on another date with you. I want to know, you know, and Mz Dee will tell you, like I said, most recently she experienced it with me where she saw like one of my partners went all out for me. So
he did.
Like I'm going to reward good boys and good girls, just like, cause I'm going to give them everything. So I want everything. I'm not going to wait until a year from now when you like, oh, I just need time. Maybe you don't need time with me and you can go to the back of the line and then maybe potentially we'll come back. I don't know.
Can I ask you ladies, okay, and I'm going to start with you, Jay. Can you talk about what you would consider your poly style that you're in right now? And what is your ideal situation? And if you want me to go first, I will.
No, I can do it. I don't really have like the style name. If anything, like I said, it's pretty much, I'm open to love in general. I'm pansexual. So I don't care what you identify as long as we can have a vibe, I'm down. Like, let's try to figure out what we can have for each other, right? What puzzle pieces we can work with. But my ideal, like, honestly, I'm trying to get a farm and we can all live in a farm and be happy together. Okay. I want that. I want to live not little house on a prairie, but like I want to have, because I love cows. My family's from like the campo, like the country in Puerto Rico. So like I grew up. So I want to have a big thing. I want to have family, even if it's or like children. Like even if I don't have children, I want to have.
She wants She wants the compound. She wants the compound and all of her lovers.
Yeah, and guess what? And here's the thing. And all my partners, guess what, motherfuckers? We working because mama ain't working like that. I'll cook for everybody. I'm not taking care of anything though. Y'all know how to do it. Everybody got a
Ren,
job
how
but
would
me.
you say your style is, and ideally, where would you want it to be?
My style is just open communication,
Mm,
transparency, and honesty. I am a hopeless romantic, and I
mhm.
love love. So if I feel like there's chemistry and connection and a vibe that's just so special to me, then let's try it out. Let's see how
Right,
far this can go, because it's rare to find something that beautiful, you know,
right.
someone that understands you and connects with you, and y'all can think the same things, y'all can say the same words, and y'all can be across the room from each other, and just like, I knew what you was thinking, I knew what you was thinking. So that's just my thing. Like, I just love.
I'm
Yeah.
So
just making it fair for everybody.
Now, me, I heard all the words you said. I'm taking all of that in. Me
Mhm.
personally, I think, Miss J, I would classify you under, um, definitely like a little bit of hierarchy. I feel like you
Oh
and your
yeah.
partner, you have a primary partner, and then
Mhm.
you date other people outside of your primary
Mhm.
partner until they also could possibly be a primary partner as well. And
Yeah.
I feel like Ren, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like your situation is a V type of poly situation where like you are like that centerpiece and both those guys are on opposite ends because they don't kind of interconnect with each other. Am I wrong for that?
no, you pretty much right. They
Okay.
oh yeah.
I love that.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And me myself, hold on one second.
Oh God. Okay, wait. Since Gina's on here, oh, we already know HBI, HBIC. We already know honey cakes. We know you rule.
Hierarchy for me. Listen, she's like hierarchy for me. Gina, what
Amen.
up,
Gang,
girl?
gang.
Me personally, right now, I feel like my situation is, I guess, kind of similar to Miss J. I
Mhm.
am dating multiple people, but I have one primary partner just right now at the moment. But for ideally for me, I love a garden situation, and garden
Mhm.
polyamorous is when you have multiple partners
Mhm.
and they don't maybe intertwine like a triad or something like that where you're
Mhm.
all kind of dating each other, but they can all be in the same room together. Like if I have a birthday
Mhm.
party, it's not a weird thing, they all can be there. If there's a thing going on in my life that being celebrated, they can all be in existent and coexistent in the same room and maybe have a
Mhm.
conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like my ideal situation.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
love
And
that.
I've had that before and it's great.
Mhm.
And I highly recommend that to people.
Yeah, look. As long as I'm being worshipped and coddled and princessified, I am a-okay. Because I'm gonna do the same thing for my partners.
Hmm.
It's just one of those situations like I just even though I'm still evolving because I only think I've been polyamorous for 3 years, maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm in the
And
same.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning
Yeah.
little by little, but I always had an idea of what I wanted, which was always that. I always
Mhm.
wanted to be in a relationship that was open of some type because again, I like to say I'm a black cat girlfriend. I don't want to be around y'all sometimes. Go
Yeah.
find somebody else. Go have fun with them. Let them take your
Now,
energy. I love when I dated my first boyfriend who was open as well and he had a girlfriend. And I'd be like, "Yo, get your mans. Get our mans. I'm tired of him right now. Pick him up today." And I don't know. And she'd be like, "Girl, what happened?" And then we both be yelling at him. Like, "Yo, stop.
Hmm.
Did you cook
have
dinner or not?"
you guys ever dated somebody that is polyamorous and they have a partner that is monogamous?
No, I
Uh,
couldn't deal with it.
yeah, I have, because
I have definitely been in that situation and I don't like it, guys.
I would
why you
not I
don't
don't
like it?
Okay, so I don't like it. I personally, I feel like that is not a rule, but it's like a little of a red flag to me. And maybe just because of past experience,
Mhm.
but I don't like when my partners date other people that are not also open to the lifestyle or polyam
Mhm.
like when they're monogamous, strictly monogamous, because
Yeah.
to me, I feel like they are dating you with the intentions of changing you. and not everybody, I know that there are some monogamous people there that are like little gems, but I feel like for the most part, I think
Mhm.
eventually they are like in a wait, like it's a waiting game, you know?
Yep.
And I think that that could be very dangerous to your relationship. So I personally don't like it. I've been in
Mhm.
a relationship with a guy, and he was with a woman way before me for like about 2 years before me. And we started dating. She is monogamous. She only dated him. They lived together. And
Mhm.
it was cool in the beginning. And then I could just tell, like, she could tell like that he really did like me, and I think she
Yeah.
assumed that it was a sexual relationship, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. It was a relationship, you know. And then
Right.
I think it kind of clicked in her head, like, oh no, y'all are really dating, like this is a
Yeah.
thing. And then it flipped the script, like, you know, oh, I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable with this anymore. And I just feel like people that are monogamous eventually will flip the script at some point. That's just my personal
So there's things,
experience,
yeah.
and that's just I just hold on to that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of I don't want to say women, but let me say women. We do that sometimes. You know,
Mm,
it's like you know you're what your man's doing, and you
right.
know what's going on, but you still
Mhm.
want to believe like, oh, he's going to change for me. He's going to,
Yeah.
oh, he's just having fun. He's just going to do
Yeah.
this. He's going to do that, and it's like we've been doing this for a long time now. So
Mhm.
it's like it's more than just a sexual thing, honey.
Yeah.
And it's not my fault that you didn't realize it. It's kind of yours because it was right in your face this whole time.
Mhm.
I hate that for us that women want to
Mhm.
put against each other. Like
Yeah.
it's like, I hate that for us.
I think that it's okay. So, being a primal person, I relate to everything to our natural animal primal instincts, right? So,
Mhm.
jealousy is normal. If somebody moves in on your turf, even if you accept them coming in, you're going to be a little sometimes, right? We're going to be a little territorial, right? And that's
Right.
normal. But I think the issue is that if I'm dating any partner, if or attempting to date, and the first words out of their mouths like, so my partner is monogamous, but I am open or I'm poly,
Mhm.
my first question is, do they know you're on a date with me? How
Yeah.
long? What is this? Because I've been played by men, especially men, not so much women, because men, again, they fetishize and fantasize about
Right.
having multiple partners or having the spicy whatever the hell, but not afraid to talk to their primary partner about.
Right.
Mhm.
So they're telling their girlfriends or wives that, oh yeah, no, this is just my friend. We're only playing poker, whatever the hell, I don't know.
Right.
And the next thing you know, they're like, wait a minute, but you guys are actually going on dates, and then they're coming at us. Like I'm
Right.
Yeah.
like, whoa, I didn't know because they told me. Because guess what? A lot of partners also don't communicate. Also, if you don't introduce me to your primary partner, even just a hello or conversation,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable because again, I want to make sure that they're aware of it. I don't want to
Right.
ever make I don't ever want to be the other woman, not unintentionally. Well,
Right.
and
Right.
ever.
Mhm.
But it's
Right.
a situation too where I saw this it was a video, I forgot where it was, but it was saying like what this woman would do is when she would after the date with the guy, she would message the primary partner or the wife or whoever and say, "Thank you for letting me have him for today." Because it's showing gratitude
Mhm.
because you are taking time away for them as well.
Let me tell you, I have had messages from women that have went out for my partner. First of all, I
Mhm,
had messages before the date, like they connect
mhm,
or whatever, and you know, I feel like girls are trying to be a little bit more cautious. Like, you know, who are is this real? Like, are you really polyamorous, or are you just sneaking out and being
mhm,
sneaky? And he's very honest. You know, yes, this is my partner D. This is her info, and I have gotten inboxes like, "Hey, I met blah blah blah," and I
mhm,
just want to know, like, is this okay? And I'm like, yes
mhm.
girl, it is.
Yeah.
He's amazing,
Yeah.
have a good time. Like,
Yeah,
but I love
because
that. I love
mhm,
when they reach out to me, and it is a
yeah.
thing, like, and he will give my information, and it's that's okay with
Mhm,
me. Like, it's
yeah.
not nothing that, you know, I don't like. But and
Call
I
me
have had
baby.
them after one girl for sure after the end was like, oh, I really enjoyed myself. I said, I know you would. Like,
Yeah.
I truly, like, when
Mhm,
I say, like, I live for it, like, I love helping my
mhm,
partner with other women that he's talking to. And the same thing, like I'm dating a new guy and I'm like giving him ideas to go out with this other person. Like I love that. Like I just love
I
love.
love
And I
it.
just want everybody to be happy and fucking connected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
my
thing
thing
too.
is respect.
I love hyping my partners up and be like, are you wearing that? Like, come on, let's do a little better.
When I say
Like, did you
hype
get
him
the
up,
flowers? Did you do this? Like, I was like, what was the thing I told? I was like, come on, we get the best girls, right? We get the best. Let's hype it up. Let's go. Let's go. I was like, we're not doing that. Or like, it'll
I
be like
love when my
maybe
partner calls me because we're long distance. I love when he calls me on FaceTime like, yo, does this shirt look okay? Can I wear this on date night? I'm like, oh no, put this one on. Like
yeah.
switch it up.
Because it's a community, right? It's all about love, and that's what it is. The love
It
of
is
any
a
type.
community, and
It's
they
all
don't
about
understand it. And
they
they
don't.
don't
It's so
understand it.
pure.
Right.
Yeah.
And people just try to demonize it and make it
Yeah.
about sex so bad. It's
Exactly.
really not. It's
So
really not.
It
So
really
just to
is.
interrupt us real quick, ladies. So this question came up on the flip. What about people who are open, who choose to date monogamous partners knowingly? I'm going to say my piece, hopefully last, if you guys want to interject on that.
I mean, I feel like I've already said my piece on it. So go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, something, Ren?
No, I don't have anything about that. I mean, it's people's preferences. I mean, if
Yeah.
you choose to be only with your
Mhm.
partner and you know your partner is dealing with multiple people,
Mhm.
that is a choice. My thing is, it's all
Mhm.
about, we all have choices in the whole situation.
Yeah.
And my thing is just be respectful. That's
Mhm.
my only thing I
Yeah.
want from it, just is the respect.
Can you read that question one more time? Because I feel
Sure.
like, are they asking if I might have to add to that? Okay.
Yeah. No, so the way I'm understanding is pretty much saying, so what about people who choose to date,
date
who are
monogamous.
open, who go after partners that just want to be one-on-one, just want to be monogamous?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say, and hopefully I am not offending that person with this comment. But to me, I feel like if you are a polyamorous person and that is your dating style in life, and you are choosing to only go after monogamous people, I do feel like that is some sort of like control thing that you might have.
Mm.
Because you know that you can have multiple partners and
They can.
you're being honest and open, but you are purposely choosing people that will not have multiple partners.
Yeah.
So that might be a question of why do you want to have control over somebody like that?
Mhm.
And that might be, maybe you're not polyamorous, and I'm not trying to be
Mhm.
offensive, but you should not want to have control over somebody's body like that. And you're choosing to date people that only want to date you. And that's okay for them. That's their choice. But you're choosing only to date people that are monogamous. That's
selfishness.
a problem. That might
What
be
it
a little
is.
problem.
That's selfishness. Like you
Yeah,
choose.
that's why I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on, we can read that question again. I think I put something there.
So just to put my 2 cents about it, and again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I don't yuck nobody's yum.
No. Again, all due respect, but
oh no, yeah. But this is how I feel about it. We are in a situation where jealousy is going to run rampant, right? Sometimes it does, right?
Absolutely.
Especially if you're not really privy to a lot of, or been into it many years, or have a lot of experience in being poly, or even good at communicating. Let's be real. If you're not even good at
jealousy is
expressing
going to
yourself
pop up.
properly,
If you've been in polyamorous for 20 years, you are still going to get jealous because you're a human being.
Exactly.
You are a human being.
A normal reaction. It is. So I don't want to hear nobody like, I don't get jealous, because trust me, I say I don't get jealous, and guess what? I still fucking get jealous.
We get jealous.
But
you get jealous, but you know what it is? It's the way you handle it.
Exactly. Because exactly, we're going to touch on that again. But I purposely feel if I'm open and poly, I will never seek somebody who just wants to be monogamous. For the simple fact is, and mind you, if they choose to be monogamous, that is your decision. But I would never purposely go after someone or openly date someone that is monogamous, because again, I want to make sure they know at all times they have that freedom. They have that option. They have that, because it's a safety blanket for a lot of people. They think that they can't be hurt, or maybe they're afraid, whatever the case may be. I'm not here to judge or make any things about it, but I purposely think it's a red flag. If somebody comes to me and say, I only date people who are monogamous, or I only go after partners that are monogamous, and I'm open and poly, I'm not trusting the situation. because what can't you handle, or what are you not fully processing in your own personal life that you think that I don't know, maybe they're fucking great, honestly, like maybe they just know how to handle things. I don't, maybe, but I'm just saying, I purposely think it's a red flag. That's not my bag. If you're into it, we love that for you guys. Purposely me, not a thing. If some motherfucker tells me, oh, my girl can't date nobody else, but I'm gonna date other bitches or whatever, and you can't date nobody, we gonna fight.
Listen,
and I'm
because
gonna
I've
fight
been in
for her.
situations like I just said about the situation with the person that their partner was monogamous, but I've also been in situations where my partner started to date someone that is monogamous, and that, you know, again, their situation with him switched kind of, because me and him are long distance. So, you know, we see each other when we can, but we do see each other often. But just so when they started dating, it just so happened that it was like a time where we had went a long, like probably the longest since they moved away, where we hadn't seen each other. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, like, you're poly, you're telling me this, I know about your girlfriend, you're telling me all of the things. But at the same time, in her mind, it was just like almost like, yeah, but you here with me, she over there. When the last time y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that is why I don't prefer my partners to date somebody that is monogamous. Like, I just don't, because like, why is that even your mindset? You know what I'm saying? But I understand it, because you are monogamous. That is your mindset. And I'm not one of those people that are polyamorous that feel like everybody should be poly. I don't think that this is for everybody. I do think a lot more people probably should be polyamorous and trap themselves in relationships and marriages that should be in open situations. But you know, that comes with a whole bunch of reasons why they don't. But I don't think that everybody should be polyamorous. I do think monogamy people do exist, and that is a thing. But and I
love monogamy for other people, not me. Like, I love that for them.
I'm not a monogamy knocker. I'm not. I just know it's not for me.
And I just think it just makes, again, I don't like drama. I don't like negativity. I want when I'm with my partners or I'm with them, I don't want there to be negativity that might happen. I want us to always be in happiness and joy, which is not like always happy. Not saying that we're not going to fight, not saying that there's not going to be negative moments, but I'm not going to have a situation, because as who I am, let's say I'm dating a partner and their partner is monogamous, I would feel responsible that you need to take care of them first. So go take care of that, or not that, but take care of them. Take care of them. Make sure that they're solidified in their position, relationship with you in any form or fashion, and then potentially maybe come back. If not, we could just be, you know, booty call. Maybe, I don't know. Let's do that instead versus trying to be in a poly relationship where that's a whole different dynamic. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that situation. I don't know.
But
well,
again,
go ahead, Frank.
Again, it's a choice thing. If this woman chooses to just be with him and she just allowing him to do whatever he wants, it's a red flag, because it's like, dude, you just trying to be in control, but and trying to be territorial. That's just what it is with the men. It's just like, nah, you can't have any penis in you, but I can stick my penis in anything I want.
Listen, because if we're being very honest, we're all women here, and the way that men sometimes treat polyamorous is trifling. Because it's just kind of like, you know, they're just trying to catch whatever. And again, you know, I do find that with men. But I would like to talk about jealousy for a second, because I always get from people, from my friends that are monogamous and family members, because I'm very open about my lifestyle. They say, oh, I could never, because I'm too jealous of a person. That is just like the line that I hear. I'm just too jealous. I just don't think I could do that. I'm too jealous. And I always respond, why do you want to hold on to that emotion? Like, why do you want to, like, why is that a thing you want to hold on to? And not saying like we don't get jealous. Polyamorous relationships are very much regular fucking relationships. They have problems. There's jealousy. People lie. Like, they are still very regular work through relationships.
You can still get cheated on. You could
still exactly. Some people think you can't get cheated on if you're in a poly. That's a lot. That's not true. at all. But yeah, that's a huge thing that I always get. Like, oh, I could never because I'm just too jealous. And I just don't understand like why that is such a trait that we want to hold on to in relationships, jealousy.
I think I don't know. I think jealousy is such a normal situation. Personally, I like playing in jealousy. And I mean in a sense like not playing, but like I love when my partners tell me, "Hey, I'm jealous because this, that, they're whatever the hell." And I'm like, "Cool, let's talk about it." I think it's a bonding moment. I
Mm-hmm.
want to know how we can work that out together. I want to know what can I do better because I love learning and I love elevating myself. I also
Yeah.
want to do that for my partners because sometimes, especially with women and men, because I think with women we're more quiet with it, with our jealousy, where men will be a little more emotional
Mm.
with it. They're just like, I don't like that you're talking to this guy. I don't like, and I feel, and this and that, and this and that. And I'm like, I saw you 7 days. The 8th day, I see my other partner and you're upset. I don't understand. That's something you have to deal with. What are you doing, or what are we not communicating properly where you don't feel secure with me, or you don't feel secure as yourself? Because it's not, we can't always say it, but I always look at myself first because maybe it is I'm doing something. My social cues are fucked up. So sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's great. And it's not a great day. It is not a great day for everybody. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I think jealousy it shows the passion because I don't know. I'm also a passionate person. It shows the passion of the relationship, but also should be taken very seriously, but also broken down. And if it gets to a
Mhm.
point where you're like, it's such it if it's going to impact you in such a way where you're going to bring yourself harm, bring someone else harm, it ruins your fucking day. I don't want to deal with it. Go somewhere else and work on yourself. Go to therapy, figure that shit out, and then come back. Maybe I'll accept you again. I don't know.
This day is just so fucking mean.
I'm not mean. But my thing is, it's like, do you want to deal with that though? Because here's the thing: I worked on myself for years, right? I worked on myself for years. I love myself. I love being in my not perfection, but I love being who I am, what I am, unapologetically, right? I am not going to have anybody that I invited to my temple
Okay.
in any form of fashion to ruin that. You're not tearing down my walls, motherfucker. You're not tearing down my temple. Go somewhere else with that bullshit. And don't mind you wrong, I'll hold your hand. I'll be friends with you. I'll help you still. But don't think you can use me to not work, like use me as an escape, but not to work on yourself. Does that make sense?
No, I mean it's like we human beings, people. We have jealous moments. It is my thing is I just like transparency. If you're not being honest and you're not being transparent, that's when I start getting annoyed, and that's when I start getting jealous because it's like if I know what's going on, then what am I being jealous about? But when you're doing something sneaky, trying to do disrespectful shit, that's when the jealous part starts kicking in. It's like, okay, you told me you was going to do this, but then I found out you doing this. Oh, why you had to lie? What's going on? That's when the questioning started going through my head because it's like 2 + 2 = 4, and you telling me it's 75. Why is this adding to 75? You know, that's my way of doing it. But men, like just like how men get jealous, like you said before, Miss J, we primal creatures. I use this as an example to one of my boyfriends. If animals could talk, you cage animals up. What do? They fight. They have sex. If they could talk, it would be a whole soap opera of how this lion touched his tree, and the lion's like, "Why did you touch my tree? You wasn't supposed to touch my tree. That's my tree." And they fighting because, oh, that's my territory. What you doing touching my territory? You didn't ask my permission. So we are still creatures. We are creatures of nature. We are creatures of habit. Things happen. You have to realize these things are going to happen.
Right.
Communicate it instead of bottling it up, because that's what I hate with some men want to just bottle up their feelings, bottle up their emotions, and not talk about because I have this has happened recently too for me. One of my partners was jealous, and he did not want to tell me he was jealous. But I'm like, I'm looking at you being jealous. Just tell me that you're jealous so I can adjust what I'm doing in order to accommodate your
Yeah.
feelings. I don't want
And sometimes, Ren, it could just be that they just don't even recognize it yet, and they just might need time to like process it. And we're talking about a lot of jealousy and like a lot of deceitful and negative ways. And I also want to talk about like jealousy and just like some very just like common, very normal ways that could also sneak up in a polyamorous relationship. I was in a triad, and we were all together. I had a male partner and a female partner, and we all loved and dated each other. And I remember like when my partner used to travel, I used to love going over like his place and like helping him pack. Like, and I remember that was like our thing. We would hang out, Netflix and chill, have sex, pack, eat food, and pack. Like that was just like a thing. Like I love like little intimate things. And then one time he took a flight, and then our other partner packed his bag, and I was like, I don't think I like that. I was just like, oh, why am I feel like why do I feel this way? And I literally had to process my own emotions. And of course, like said it out loud to him. And I was like, I don't think like I was a little jealous. And he was very taken aback because this is his first polyamorous situation. And I feel like I was kind of like the veteran, I guess, like in the situation. It was like, oh, well, I just didn't think you got jealous. And I said, no, I do. It's just not as like this rage of jealous that you're used to. I do get jealous, but it's usually of the little like things like that. And it was like, oh, well, like, I'm glad you told me, and we can just keep packing between me and you, and me and her can do it like another thing together. And I was like, see, I love that. Because I said it out loud.
Communication. Like when it comes to like, again, and this is for all of us here. What has been a moment where you got jealous? I think, well, Mz Dee just answered it, but like, what was like a time that you got jealous in your poly
I got jealous more than one time, so I can bring up another situation.
Because I know my one thing, this is stupid because like I said, I was also intoxicated, so I felt like I should have known better and not believe myself. But it was a situation, two of them actually. The first one was we're in the middle, we're threesome, we're having fun. And I think like they were stroking faster with the other. And I was like, oh, so you like this bitch more? Is that what we're doing? That's crazy. But mind you, this is all in my mind. And I'm just looking at them like I'm about to fuck them both up right quick. Mind you, I would never. But this is the jealousy because I'm spicy as hell. Okay. I'm just like, I could destroy everybody in this room right now. I really fucking could. And I was like,
that's that Latin. I got a little Latin in me.
It is. I was extra spicy, extra salsa.
Hilarious.
But it was another thing too, where I was in a situation and I was with one of my latest partners, and we were all in a room together. And I swore again, I'm intoxicated again. So that's the key here. So I'm intoxicated. We went to a strip club. We were having fun. We were jamming. Next thing you know, I swore by all the gods in the world that they were kissing or some shit. It did not happen. They were not kissing another partner. They just met, blah, 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 blah. This is the first time we all met each other. We met at the strip club. Like, what you mean? So he was like, I was staring at him. I didn't go to sleep. I was angry. I was fuming. I was like, and I'm just staring at him like some crazy bitch on a fucking movie. I'm like, wait till these bitches wake up. Wait till they wake up. And I was just, they were like, what's going on, baby? I was like, don't fucking call me baby. Eat your breakfast and we're going to have a conversation after this. And then mind you, I'm intoxicated because I'm that bitch. And they have to know I'm the queen bitch in this situation.
Okay.
No, but you know what? They checked me. And again, I was wrong in both situations. I will admit that. I was wrong. I didn't have to be that way. Jealousy is normal, but I'm happy I didn't go off like I wanted to. Right. Because we're going to have our different ways to react to it. But I'm happy that I work it out personally. And then I have the open conversation. I'm like, I say it out loud. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I did this. We do. And then my partner literally told me, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My jealousy be spicy because I got to tell you all this incident. I got
go ahead.
This happened recently.
Go ahead, because I got one too. Let's do these jealousy stories and then hop into some of these definitions.
Okay. So my partner was ignoring me because he was trying to accommodate somebody else's feelings, right?
Okay.
But I seen him like ignoring me because I'm like, oh, okay. So you're not going to talk to me? Okay, see, this is what we're going to do right now. So we was in public, and my jealousy took over. My instincts kicked in, and I'll say my Latin personality kicked in because I'm like, so, so I'm just like, hi, because I don't care about the other girl's feelings right now. I'm like, hi, how you doing? He's like, I'm scared. I'm like, you should be.
Yep. You should be.
You're not going to talk to me?
I love that for you.
And he like started backing away. And I'm like, oh, you trying to run away now? I gripped him up. I pushed him against the wall. No, let me tell you what happened. So he grabs my hand, throws it to the side, and I'm like, so you knew it's going to ignore me. It's like, you just going to grip me up? Said you just going to run away? So, but we was going back and forth. Then after a while, he put me in my place, and he was laughing. I was laughing. I was smiling. I'm like, you gonna get fuck crazy tonight. Just watch. Because that's the passion of it. That's the passion. Like we like make up sex type of thing. So that's where jealousy took it to. Like, oh dang, he just put me in my place. Let me shut up. Go ahead, have a nice day.
No. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Let
That's
me
all I
show
gotta
up.
say.
No, like I feel like I had like another jealousy. Listen, it's a normal thing, and I love that we're talking about it like just so casually because it's real. Like it's a real thing. Like I had a situation where my partner, I'm there at in their condo, and it was another woman that they have been dating like for a few months, and she was like interested in dating us like together as a couple. And I had met up with her like when I was on a work trip, and it was just giving friend vibes. And I was very honest. I was like, I just see platonic vibes, but go off on you and my partner. Like, don't let that stop you. But for me, it's a no. So I ended up going to like visit my partner, and we're hanging out. We're having a game night. I'm like, I'm gonna cook. Tell her to come over. We're going to have a game night, have a good time. And it was great. It was great. And then we start playing like this kind of like truth or dare type of game, right? And it was like, I think the question was something like about golden showers. Like, oh, like, would you do that? And I think she was answering, and she was like, oh, yeah, like I've done that. Me and our mom did that. I was like,
cool.
What? I was like, oh, really? Oh, and like the question was like, would you do that? And then she like said that they had did it or something like that. Like, and would you do it again? And they were like, oh yeah, like we would definitely do that. Like, and I was like, oh, like I did not know that. And again, I'm a person, I like to know all the details. Like I don't care. It does not bother me. It does not hurt my feelings. I actually like it. Like, I want to know, like, as long as they're comfortable, I just like knowing about your dates and your life and, all the things. But I didn't know that, like, and it just caught me off guard. It was just like I feel like my attitude for the rest of the night, like, changed. Like, I wasn't, like, mean, but I feel like there was just, like, a heaviness. Like, oh, because I didn't like that I didn't know that. And I just, like, got that surprise information, like, in the middle of game night. Like, like, and I was ticked about it.
I think when it comes to that, I have the similar moments where I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. And I make it a joke. I'm like, oh, so you know other bitches. Or, oh, that's crazy. So you drink lemonade too? That's crazy. Like, wow, I'm learning so much. And they're just like, please, Jazz, please. And I'm like, it's okay. I guess. At least that bitch knows, respectfully. Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
But me and Ms. J found this very interesting list of polyamorous terms that we're just gonna like pop up on the screen and go over a few with you guys.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all of these things.
Yes.
Hopefully I can see. Like my screen is so damn little. Can somebody read these definitions?
Okay, I can do it. I'm not gonna be able to see our screen. So what are we doing? What are we gonna look up first?
Definitely garden party because like I'm looking on my TV screen. I have TV on.
There we go. Garden polyamory. The middle ground between kitchen table and parallel polyamory. Sometimes used for the polycule with a bit of everything, and sometimes used for folks who see each other as a large event a few times a year. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like more of a casual thing. Like, so like
Mhm.
they mentioned in that, and I'm sure we'll go across that definition as well. Kitchen table. Kitchen
Mhm.
table is more of more than just like a casual, like, you know, we're just getting together at like a neutral gathering. Kitchen table is like, oh, like my other partners come over like for dinner. You know, like it's a very family aspect. They might
Mhm.
not all be involved together. Maybe they are, but they all are very involved in
Mhm.
each other's lives.
Mm.
Like, Gary was like, I actually just learned one on here. It's called lap sitting polyamory.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So the definition is the more extreme version of kitchen table polyamory with a implied positive connotation of no core. What the hell word is that? My eyes are getting stupid. What's that word? Somebody tell me that. Give me 1 second.
It's so
This one.
small on my
I
screen.
know. Jeez. It's COE. I don't know, or pressure.
Oh, there
So it's
we
like
go.
no coercion or
Or
pressure.
pressure.
For sure.
Yeah, or pressure. Popularized by the Multitude podcast. So I guess like some podcasts kind of coined it.
I mean, I just feel like that's just like a new, like whatever
Yeah,
that podcast. They just wanted to like have their own definition. It sounds like no coercion. There
mhm,
shouldn't be coercion in any type of polyamorous
exactly.
situation. So I don't understand why that needs its
Yeah.
own separate definitions. But
Mm.
go
And
off.
if I could just imply something real quick or just say something.
Yeah.
I'm an old woman when it comes to these new terms and shit. I respect everything. I want to fuck shit up and just say we're open and we're in a relationship. Like that's it. I don't know these other things. If you're coming to my house and we all come as a group, we all fam in the club type shit.
In the
I'm
club.
not dealing, I'm not doing all that. I
That's
can't.
why I don't
I'm
be doing the
dyslexic,
labels. 'Cause
guys.
it's like
I'm
Yeah.
we not doing all
dyslexic.
that. We not doing all that. It's
Exactly.
like
Like,
that's
what
just
is
what
all
it is.
this? Wait,
Like
like this
that's
was a nesting partner? A
Now I
partner
know we
who
know that a nesting partner is
yeah,
somebody that you
that's
live with.
cute.
That's a very normal term in the community.
Yeah, well, yeah. But okay, so
Oh,
what's another
new
term?
relationship energy. Can I just tap on that for a second?
Yep.
New relationship energy. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing if you are monogamous. When you meet somebody new and it's just like all bells and whistles and it's like this new
Mhm,
shiny thing and fun. And sometimes to your other partners that you already are involved with, they're like, oh yeah, like you got this new energy over here. It's like a new like toy, like, and I
mhm.
don't mean to say it like
In
that, but
disrespect.
honestly, that is the feeling, right? And
It's the
sometimes
honeymoon
like,
phase.
yeah, like sometimes you kind of get blinders a little bit sometimes, like with this like new thing in your life. And so
Mhm,
I think that is a thing that happens in a lot of polyamorous relationships, but people don't know what term to use. And there you go, use new energy.
mhm. Like, look, give me with the old relationship energy, or yeah, that's the one I want. I want security and comfort. God damn it, I want to
Okay,
establish.
one penis policy.
Policy.
I think
So
that is
go ahead.
annoying.
That is like okay. Can we? Wait, I want to talk about
And
this so I can.
again, coming down to the controlling aspect, like
Wait,
will
give me
where
one
a
second.
man that you're dating will think it's okay for you to date other women or have sex with other women or obviously entertain other women with him, but you are not allowed to entertain other men.
Yeah.
I again don't like to police anybody's bodies and I don't think
Mhm.
your partner should do that
Exactly.
to you. But if that's okay with you, then that's okay with you.
I don't know. I I agree with Miss D wholeheartedly. Like we're not. Nobody should be policing you. We're here for love
Yeah.
and fun, right?
Mhm.
Good times only.
Right.
If you get off on that, if you're like your partner is like,
That
no,
works for some
that,
people.
that works for you, good for you.
I know
However,
some women that are happy with their one
oh yeah,
guy and that's the way it
yeah,
works. Not
yeah, because
me.
right.
I think that
So
was like my
they
first one.
monogamous then you
Yeah.
in the
Well, no, well
monogamous
that was this.
and you
Oh, I'm
just
sorry
let
to
your man
interrupt.
cheat. That's just what it is.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But I
Exactly.
would say, as somebody who had a similar situation, like my first poly relationship was one man and me dating other women only, and he was also dating other women. So it
Okay.
worked for me in the beginning till I realized like this is not for me. And then I was like,
Now, if
yeah,
that's what I just do, if
yeah,
I am open and
then that's
obviously, and
different.
I'm dating, and I'm queer, and I date men and women and everything in between, non-binary,
Mhm.
everything. But if I'm just so happen to be in this spell where I'm just dating women, that's just the
Then
spell that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
yes.
that's just what's presenting in the universe to me at the time. But
Mhm.
at no point are you going to tell me that I can only date women.
No, exactly. And
Right.
I think everyone who's listening to the show and tunes in and watches it later, please understand like poly is different for everyone. What even the
Yes,
terms, like don't overthink it. Whatever works for you is going to work for you,
yes.
but make sure it is your choice. That's usually the thing. If you ever feel, oh, like maybe I want to have a different partner, maybe I don't want to do this, maybe I want to do that in a third, talk to your partner, and if they're being volatile about it, if they're being negative or making you feel bad, dump it.
Mhm.
Tell them to
Yeah.
go because they're
Yeah.
not respecting the growth of your journey.
Because that's
And
policing at the end of the day. You
exactly. But a
trying
lot of
to
people, especially women or even men, because there has been a few men that I've become accustomed to or come in connection with where they would say, like, this was a new experience for me. And my female partner was like, oh, I don't want you being with so and so and so. And I was just like, but are you happy with that? If you're happy with that, it's one thing.
right.
Right.
That's
And,
the thing. Like people don't understand that they're poly. Some people don't understand that they poly. Like
exactly.
you are unhappy because you're trying to satisfy your partner feelings and emotion and accommodate to that. But you are
Exactly.
suppressing what you truly want, what you truly desire, and you're making yourself miserable and unhappy because
Right.
you know you want to be with this other person, but you trying to accommodate your partner's feelings instead of just telling
At
your
the
partner,
detriment to yourself.
I can have both of y'all. Like
Yeah.
we can all just get along. Like it's my love can be infinite. I can love you and I can love her, and it's not no less than. We can
Yeah.
both share. Like why people got a problem with sharing? I'm very open to sharing as long as you honest and transparent.
But the
That's just
people
Yep.
who have
and
issue are a
respectful.
lot. Well, no, exactly. But a lot of, at least that I've come connected with, and maybe this is the reason why I don't really, I'm gonna do a little, not hating, but like one of the issues I ran in my poly experience was a lot of men that are in my community, such as like Latino men or Hispanic men, they're taught to be macho, get as many women as you want, but the woman cannot.
Right.
And so they'll be open. And I've had like a fake partner, like a potential partner. And I say fake because I thought he was in an open relationship.
Mm.
And next thing you know, he's like, oh, yeah. So what happened was, I was like, this is done. Like, I can't, you lied to me, bro. And then to find out that, we had a bigger conversation about everything. And they told me, like, they actually, which pissed me off the most is that their partner, their girlfriend was like, hey, I actually want to be in an open relationship. And he denied her out of
Okay.
jealousy. But yet you want to sleep with other women.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that? And it's just like a real, like a self situation. Like, if you feel like jealousy is going to rule you in such a negative way, don't be in this lifestyle.
Right.
Don't ruin other people's happiness. Don't do all that. Self figure out your shit.
Mhm.
If you want to play partner, because I also believe like is a difference too. Like I used to just say before
Definitely.
just be play partners, have fun. If you want to go to a little play party plug. You want to go to a play party, experience some things, then then you guys are closed off again. You're not gonna whatever the hell. Try that too. Maybe it's something that you guys have to experience, spice up, whatever, but don't make anybody miserable. Let's
Right.
just all
Just
life is
to
too
give
damn
some
short.
context, when Ms. J is saying a play partner. A play partner is a partner that you obviously had communicate with, you set boundaries
Mhm,
with, but your relationship is a sexual based relationship. And not saying that you guys can't go out and date and hang out or whatnot, but the relationship base is more of a sexual nature. And that's okay too. Like sometimes that's
mhm,
what you just want. You can have a play
mhm,
partner alongside of your partner or partners.
mhm.
I was about to say, scroll down that list some more. What else we got on there?
Yeah, I'm looking.
We
Poly
can
family.
read the parallel poly just so someone can get like a different definition as that as
Okay,
well.
so let me see. Parallel poly. A style of polyamorous relationship in which each individual relationship exists largely independent of either partner's additional romantic or sexual relationships, and in which that's a lot of witches, I'm sorry, and in which there is not an intentional focus on intertwining the relationship network. I like that phrase.
Yeah.
There may be close relationships between some mentors or telementors, telememors. I don't know. So relationship, the individuals in the relationship,
So
but there
I
is no. Go ahead.
no. I mean, I feel like we get the gist, like for sure. But
Yeah.
so parallel poly, I definitely would say that I used to identify dating that way, and parallel
Mhm,
poly is just straight line. Like you are dating
mhm,
person A, you are dating person B, and those relationships don't intermingle. That person, you kind of really don't talk about person A, person B. You just are living like these two separate
mhm,
relationships. They are both meaningful to you, but they just don't intermix. They never cross. They are just going straight in their own separate directions.
mhm,
So I definitely used to date that way. I just thought like,
mhm,
oh, well, it'll be easier, like, no intermixing, and I just found like I just don't find joy in that. So, but
mhm.
again, that is a way that people date, and that is okay.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just learned a new word. Sorry, telemore. Sorry, I was
I,
like, what the hell
I
is
know
that? And
telephone.
it's like a distant. I didn't know, girl. I told you I don't be learning nothing like that. I'm old. I don't got time. You my partner. I don't care if you're 80 miles
Yeah,
away
I'm not,
or around the
Yeah,
corner.
that's why I'm sitting here quiet. I don't do. I'm not doing
yeah. So like
all
I don't use a lot of these terms because again they're
Yeah.
confusing. But somebody who that I guess who has been in polyamorous for a long time and likes all of these different words, I don't mind using them. Like I would consider like my partner to be like a common partner because that
Mhm.
is like somebody that is your partner. You just are long distance. Like, but
Yeah.
I don't even say that. I never say like meet a new person like, yes, my common partner. I said, no, this is my partner. He's long
Yeah.
distance.
like this
We
sounds
see
like
each other all the time.
Yeah.
this
I
to me
think
because it's like they like to use titles, they like to use
Yeah.
slang and short versions of the words of long words like
Mhm.
I'm
Riz.
I'm
I was like
dyslexic. I don't
And
got
Riz.
time.
I'm okay with that. Like
Riz.
I'm okay with all the words and the different definitions because I think words
Mhm.
do matter. And
Definitely.
it
Mhm.
was just a long time where we didn't have a certain
Mhm.
verbiage for
Right.
these actions. So I'm
Right.
okay
Mhm.
with all of these different things.
Yeah.
I just am not going to use them on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
Yeah, I think for the educational purpose to make sure that I'm in the know, definitely. But if I think like when it comes to me, I'm gonna confuse the shit when to me it's like, okay, the broad and umbrella, you're in an open poly relationship or whatever the case, right? You're boom.
Right.
I love that for you. I personally, I'm not dating the person if we're having a communication about it, right? So like you're like, oh yeah, we're a table, garden table, whatever the heck thing. I'm like, oh, that's great. And I'm thinking in my brain, the way it's working is like you guys are gardening together. I don't know what that means. I'm like, that's great for you. I love that. That sounds so sweet and romantic. Like that's all I care about
Yeah,
because I know at the end of the day, it's all love, it's all respect, and it's all communication and joy.
Right.
I don't need that. But I do want to talk about the veto.
I literally was like, can we talk
Yes,
about
that's our put it up,
veto?
girl.
I hate this. I'm sorry. I know that this is the
Go
thing
ahead.
in some people's relationships, but it's a hard no for me.
Okay.
Mm.
So why do you think it's a hard no for you though? Just because I want to get
Um,
more insight. Because I
okay,
agree.
so okay, do you want to read the
Oh yeah.
definition and then we'll like I can say all the
Decide.
things.
Sure. So veto, a power granted to existing partner or partners to call off an additional relationship,
Mhm.
oftentimes limited to the beginning of the of the new flirtation or relationship, but occasionally an open power to terminate additional relationships at any time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I don't like that. I don't want anybody to veto me or my situation. So
Right.
basically, what Ms. J just said with the definition is you are giving your partner like this one pass. You can use this pass to say, "Hey, I don't like that person that you're dating. I don't like that relationship. I'm telling you, put a hard stop on it. It's done.
Mhm.
I don't like that. I think that is so unfair to the other person that you're dating.
Mhm.
I just think it's so dismissive. It's so rude. And
Mhm.
also, I don't want my partner, first of all, to talk to me like that. I think it's
Definitely.
a much better way to communicate that maybe
Mhm.
you're not getting along or you're feeling uncomfortable or insecure, because it's usually where it's coming
Mhm.
from, a place of insecurity. But to tell me that I have to hard stop dating
Mhm.
someone, I don't know. It just rubs me
Okay.
the wrong way. And I just feel like it's a better way to come to a different
Mhm.
conclusion and to communicate that than laying down this stupid veto card and telling me
Yeah.
it's dead.
Uno
I
reverse.
personally don't. Yeah.
Uno reverse, bitch. Before I say my piece, Ren, do you have something to say about that or imply?
Yeah, that's just fucked up. That's just a fucked up situation
It's so
because
mean.
you
I'm
got
not.
too much in your feelings. Now you don't want to
Mhm.
share. So now you're like, you gotta get rid of the competition. Bitch, I ain't going nowhere. Now what?
Like, I
So,
just think it's so rude.
so
It is
here's
rude.
here's the
It's you
situation,
trying
y'all.
to, this is what I'm saying again. Is usually women do that dumb shit. So
No,
why
but
we
here's the
always
thing.
gotta be
I've
this?
used veto. I use veto, and here's
Okay,
why.
go ahead. See,
Okay,
devil's
here's
advocate. We love it.
exactly. So
Okay.
the situation I used that was because um I care about the people I'm with, right? I'm never using that as out of malice, out of negativity, out of anything like that. It's either out of love, concern, or just the betterment of the community that we're a part of, right?
Hmm.
If I see a partner who is getting abused, who's getting disrespected, who is
Of
having,
course,
I'm like,
that.
or they're being
Of course.
disrespectful to me, disrespectful to anyone else, yeah, we can have that communication. But also, I do feel that our shared partner, the one who's between us, they should also recognize that. So
Hmm.
I use the veto if I have to step in.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Okay.
look, this person's
So
being
you're
disrespectful.
saying it's okay to use the veto if it's
Mm,
abuse is involved,
exactly.
something of an extreme behavior.
Exactly. Like, let's
Okay.
say, like an example, like this didn't happen. So this is just to give you an idea. Because again, if I had a partner, one of my partners tell me right now, Jazz, I don't want you dating this person, veto. Guess what? I need you to explain to me why. Why are they
Right.
making you uncomfortable? What is something that we can like figure it out? Because it could be a miscommunication, it can be anxiety, it could be something that we have to communicate better, right? Because
Hmm.
sometimes we get in our feelings, sometimes it's a jealousy thing, sometimes it's whatever. I don't care what it is, we're gonna work it out because that's not the problem, it's the figuring it out, right? That's one. So let's say if we had a situation and my partner is dating some person and you find out they voted for Trump. I don't want you dating them. If you're a
Mm.
person of color, if you want to be with that, then we have to separate. If you're
Okay.
okay with them being disrespectful or doing, and not to be political, I'm just saying in general, if you're going to not align with the values and morals that I have, that we already discussed, that we already agreed upon, and now you're
Hmm.
okay with somebody being totally opposite of what we already stand on, then you can go with them then. I am not going to, if you're not going to listen to reason, I don't want to deal with it because
Mm.
I'm not going to be challenging or like fighting or have to be like, oh, Jazz, you have to calm down because of different opinions, or you have to calm down because blah, 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 blah. No, if they're abusing you, if they're being toxic, if they're being something, I'm going to pull that card. However, again, you don't have to listen to it. But what's
Right.
going to happen is you're going to lose me because I'm only
Mhm.
going to use that in times of necessity.
Hmm.
I'm never going to abuse it. If people abuse it, which I'm pretty sure people try to,
Right.
you have to have that discussion and trust.
Okay, you've convinced me a little bit. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
under no other circumstances do
no,
you pull out
exactly.
a
Like if you're
veto
just like,
card
I
on
don't like
me.
that she's a redhead, bitch, shut the fuck up. You're mad for what?
No,
Get over it, figure it out.
no,
You know,
that's a good example of it, what it
Yeah.
can possibly be. If it really is a detriment to my partner, then yeah, I will be like, I don't think you should date that person
yeah,
Right.
anymore. And it's only because I'm concerned about your
exactly.
mental and physical health. You know, it's
Mhm,
nothing. I got nothing against the
mhm,
girl in general. I have a problem with somebody disrespecting you. That's
exactly.
my thing. So It's only a suggestion because at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want.
Yeah.
You don't control nobody's, choices out here. But I let it be known that I don't feel comfortable. This is an issue. What you do next is your choice with the information I gave you.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, it was a good show, y'all. We had good
It
conversation.
was.
We talked
I
about
love
jealousy.
it.
We talked about Jazz is mean, and we know that, and that's okay. Y'all love it. Y'all fucking love it, and we love that for you.
Yes.
But
And Ren, tell us again where they can find you and about your show and all the things.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram with Silly_Weaver. I also have a YouTube channel with Webster Styles called Ren's Red Corner, or it changes every once in a while, the title of it, but pretty much you can just follow that too. And we talk about all different types of relationships as well. Poly can be one of them, marriages, open, monogamy. We talk about all different types of aspects and sexual shit as well.
Okay.
I'm a freak, nasty.
We love that. You came to the right place, baby girl. All right.
But yeah, that's all I got going on right now. So thank you guys. I appreciate both of y'all. I love this.
Thank you. So we're gonna finish this. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about ourselves because Mz Dee and I are gonna be super busy this week. Are we excited, Mz Dee? Ma'am.
Yeah, listen, the feast is here. We've been talking about it for a minute.
Oh my gosh.
And all the promotion, all the things, and it is actually like coming up. Like it's less than a week away. It's on Friday. And shout out to everybody that came out and got vetted. You guys are the real ones. Shout out to ones that brought tickets and sold me out. Okay. You guys are the real ones. I heard a couple people complaining about the price, but it's okay. Every situation ain't for everybody. and if you complain about the price, maybe you weren't supposed to be there. But it is going to be a great time. I am so excited. I'm so excited that I cannot wait to do the next one because I just know everybody is going to have a ball. Like I cannot wait for Surplus One to come out and put on his show and everybody receive whatever services they want from him. And it's just gonna be a great time. And we're doing a little content creator situation in the daytime. So I just cannot wait. I can't wait for the weekend. And if you do not have your tickets to the feast, which you should, but if you don't, you can always still hang out with me at the Philly meet and greet. I co-host that with Sir Lisa's, and that is going to be the very next day. Make it a kinky weekend. Come to the feast. The very next day, we do the Philly meet and greet. It is so many people. Like it's ungodly how many people come out to that event at Eagle Lounge, and that is from 3 to 7. And then in the evening, again, Sir Lisa's is going to have his Sir Lisa's experience, and shout out to him. Buy tickets. I think it's only like 3 tickets of that left. So, I mean, if you got tickets, it's a great show. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and FetLife. All the same name. It is Mz Deex. It is Mz Deex. Miss J likes when I do my Wakanda forever.
Every time you do your thing, I'm just like bloop. Because we were having so much fun.
But yeah, shout out to all the things I got going on, and go ahead, Miss J, drop all your things.
Oh man! So first of all, everybody do that. Follow Mz Dee and all that, John. You're gonna find me on every social media as Obey Miss J and Miss XJ on FetLife. Always be respectful, or I will ignore you unless you pay me. That's good too. I love that. Also. Some other great information that we're gonna do. My new show should be coming up soon. We're just roommates. I swear it's coming up in the new year. We're building a studio, so it's gonna take me a little bit. Okay, we're jazzing it up. We're making it good.
So when Ren comes back on, then we can bring her into the studio.
Exactly. We're gonna be working on the studio. It's gonna be Gucci. We're all gonna be fine and great. Also. Let me get my mind correct right now. So the feast, you're going to be seeing me and Mz Dee there. Awesome people. I can't wait because if you watch the last episode about Pleasure Domin and you're going to see Surplus One, they have convinced me to at least try. So you're going to see me go crazy because I don't know what to expect, and I'm
So excited.
So
So
excited.
excited.
And if you were
just
complaining
know,
about,
just let me give it. Miss J will attest to this. Okay, all the tickets come with 2 drinks, and you can purchase more drinks, of course. But the drinks, Miss J knows. Mz Dee is a bartender. Okay,
yes,
and the drinks will be worth all the things. She can tell you how many drinks she has gotten from me. Okay.
Yes. Man, I wanted to take that one punch you made home years ago. I was like, y'all don't need this big ass barrel of it. You don't need it. Let me take it home. That joint was delicious. But guys, it was a pleasure. It was an honor. It's always amazing hanging out with these lovely ladies. Also, side note, Ms. D, I didn't tell you yet. We are actually on the path to being part of the creator program in Spotify. So, girl, everybody, if you love us, you want more content, better content, you want to help us not only build the get the equipment and everything we need for the studio, donate. Show some stars to us on all of our social media
Absolutely,
accounts.
that helps. Follow
Exactly.
us.
If you know us personally, you can shoot us a few dollars. If you do that, we'll put it into a little pot for us. You know, whatever. Also, listen on Spotify because we are working with Spotify right now to actually be part of the creator program, which we're going to revamp the show for it because we have to. Because we try to make money, girl. We doing big.
Listen,
We
yes,
doing
you tapped in.
big.
You can tap in on Facebook Live. You guys can tap in on Spotify, YouTube, and Twitch.
I know. So we love you guys. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and have a good one. See you next Sunday. See you at the feast. See you at the feast, y'all.
See you at the feast.
See you at the feast.
Feel like